So here's a series of a few very effective muscle stretches and releases that you can do with your foam roller at home. So first of all, for the front of the thigh and into the hips, so your quads and your hip flexors. So take a line with one leg over the top of the roller and the other leg out to the side. So all of your weight is flat on this leg that's on the roller with your foot slightly lifted. Once you're flat on the roller, you're just going to bend and straighten that knee. The idea is the roller stays still and you're just pulling your tissue by moving your leg. So then I'm taking the weight a little bit more to the top of my hip, bending and straightening, getting right deep into my hip flexor. And I can also take that right the way down just above my knee. So that's the front of your thigh. Same idea, just using the one leg. We can do the inner thigh as well. So what I'm doing now is I'm draping my leg over the top of the roller, aiming for this tissue down the inside of the thigh. My other leg now is straight on the ground. Again, I'm down onto my forearms and I actually turn slightly away from the leg that I'm stretching. So now what I'm doing is just rolling the inside of my leg. So you can either just roll it this way and you can change the angle of your leg. You can have it straight, you can have it more bent, or you can just keep the pressure still on the roller and you can rotate your leg or just bring it up and down onto the roller, just getting a little bit more of a friction through those inside thigh muscles. Again, you can bring it right up into the groin area, right down towards your knee. So the next area we're going to work is the muscles down the front of the shins. So you want not so much down the top of your tibia, but just to the side where the soft tissue is. So to target those, you come over the top of the roller on your knees, and then you just shift your pelvis slightly to one side, and that puts loading on the outside of your shin. So you can roll backwards and forwards with your hands. You can land on your toes and then push. So you can use your feet to propel the movement. You could go straight into the center. Or if it's really difficult to sit down, you'd be up here and you can just move the roller with your shins backwards and forwards. So now we're going to go into the buttock muscle. So for this one, you'll be sitting on top of the roller. So take a seat on the top. Lean back into your hands. Cross one ankle over the opposite knee. And you can roll just here, straight into the front of your pelvis. Or you can take it off to the side and lean into the, sort of more to the side of your hip. And you can sort of explore that. You can go up and down, side to side. And keeping your legs in that same arrangement, you then just tip to the other side and do the same thing. And then obviously what you do is cross your legs the other way and do the same thing. Tip to one side, center, tip to the other side. So now we're going to do the back of the legs, hamstrings and calves. So the best way to do the hamstrings is to take the weight on your arms, lift your pelvis, lean into the back of your thigh. You can just do it this way, or what you can do to put a bit more pressure onto the hamstring is cross the other leg over and then just lean into that one leg. And again, you can push off to the side. See, I've just turned onto the outside part of my hamstring. Now I'm in the center of it, and now I'm on the inside of my hamstring. Same thing with your calf muscles. You take your calf muscles to the center of the roller. You can be just straight down the center of them. You can cross one leg over the other and go to the outside part at the back of the calf, to the center, to the inside of your calf. Now we're going to take this behind our upper back. So we're rolling out the muscles sort of across the bottom of the back of the rib cage. Tuck your chin slightly, bring your elbows forwards, scoop your tummy and then lift. So you're in a slightly rounded shape. And then when you're rolling, you can go just down to the bottom of the rib cage and all the way up to the base of your neck. Again, you can sort of offset this one to the side just to get the muscles down the side of your rib cage on one side, side of the rib cage on the other. Then if you bring your pelvis down, we can get right down into these tight muscles, into your lats and the muscles around the back of your shoulder blades. So if you turn off onto the side, what you can do is even just practice turning side to side, and that will definitely get into these muscles here. Or you can stay on the one side You can roll at that angle there, just bringing the elbow up and down and side bending your rib cage. Or you can take your weight further over to the side and then roll all the way onto your side. You could even stretch that arm out, really work into those side rib cage muscles. Still for the sides, hips staying down on the floor, spine is straight. I can bend to the side, so I'm pulling this elbow down towards my hip. Then I can take my other arm all the way up and over. So I'm really trying to lengthen out the muscle down the side of my rib cage, and I'm pushing back into the roller at the same time. Then we've got stretching the muscles through our front, which is going in this direction. Keep an anchor point of your tailbone and envisage all this muscle here, which can get really quite locked up, from your pubic bone to your sternum to your collarbones, stretching back over the roller in this direction. And then the last one that we'll do is this really nice kneeling one. So this is where I'm going to be kneeling upright. I'm going to curve my spine and put my fingertips on the roller. And my goal is to roll the roller away from me with my arms while I push my hips back. So you're not trying to get your chest as low to the floor. What you're trying to do is get as much elongation between your fingertips and your pelvis. So really sort of driving that length all the way through your spine, thinking of pushing pelvis back, arms forwards. And when you come out of it, just press your tail down, lift your waist, and you can roll back up again. So I hope you enjoy those at home and put those to good use. Thank you.